In February, Geely sold 14,500 electric vehicles. And in January, the number was closer to 18,000. Now, both of those numbers are up around 500% versus 1 year ago. However, those figures don't even include other companies they own, including Volvo and Polestar. So because reporting in the mainstream media for Geely isn't including Volvo and Polestar, Geely's electric car sales are actually significantly higher than anyone currently seems to realize. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the Electric Viking. My name is Sam Evans. Great to have you here on the channel. Welcome to all you new subscribers. Welcome back, everyone else. Now, it's another amazing day in the world of electric cars. And there's been an incredible transformation going on now. I'm going to give you the numbers for January and February for Geely's electric car sales. And then we're going to have a look at exactly what's going on here, because there's a story here that's not being reported by the mainstream media. I want to point out something you may not be aware of. Geely is doing something a little bit like BYD back in 2020 and 2021, and that is transforming into an electric car company, and nobody seems to be aware of what's actually happening. For example, 1 in 3 Volvo sales globally in January were electric. 1 in 3. Of the 47,600 cars that Volvo sold across the globe in January of 2022, 32% were electrified, with sales of fully electric cars more than doubling compared with January 2021. Now, that's nothing in comparison to what's going on with some of Geely's other brands, though. For example, Geely in China sold 17,928 new energy vehicles. However, of that number, almost all of them were electric, and that is an increase of 320%. But then what about if we look at February? Well, even though February sales numbers were actually down over January, which is it's completely normal in China because factories are shut for the first, usually around about 2 weeks of February. In other words, February car sales are always low for everyone in China. So Geely delivered 14,500 new energy vehicles, primarily almost all of which were electric, in February. But that was an increase of 471%. And the other interesting thing that's happening here under the Geely group of automotive brands is that they're moving away from plug-in hybrids, and electric cars are becoming the predominant vehicle of choice for that motor group. Obviously, Geely is simply responding to customer demand. Customers are moving away from plug-in hybrids and moving away from obviously gas-powered vehicles, and they're moving towards electric cars. And Geely's saying, you know what? We know that's what you want. We're going to make them for you. Rather than just saying, like Toyota, we think you want this, take this, or too bad. Geely's saying, what do you want? Okay, that's what you want. We'll make it. Geely only delivered, it's up to 14,500. Now, this doesn't include Volvo and Polestar, which obviously Geely own. If you think, sorry, I need to repeat this again because there's still a lot of people out there on the interwebs in the world who think that Volvo is a Swedish company. No, it's owned by Geely, who are the Chinese parent company. So yeah, it's time for the media to start actually acknowledging that's the reality and stop calling it a Swedish company, because it's not. It's owned by China. Well, not China, but a Chinese car company anyway. So in February of last year, Geely actually only delivered 2,539 electric cars. Compared to this year, 15,000 in the same month. But like I said, that doesn't include Volvo and Polestar. And if you add those numbers in, those figures go up by nearly double. Interesting thing is total sales haven't significantly increased yet. For example, total sales of all vehicles, not including Volvo and Polestar, in February were 78,500, up 2% from 77,000 units a year earlier, but down 46% from the 146,380 they delivered in January, which is normal, of course. The company said that this was mainly affected by a shortage of supply of electronic stability program, ESP chips, and of course the Chinese New Year holiday, which is a fair point. Geely sold 12,240 electric vehicles of that total. In other words, about 75% of those new energy vehicles were fully electric. And many of those, by the way, are battery swap enabled vehicles. In other words, many of those you can just drive them into a battery swap station, have the battery swapped out in 2 minutes and drive away with a brand new battery. Really interesting idea that is catching on big time in China. For one reason it's catching on, well, NIO now has nearly 850 battery swapping stations all around China. Customers are obviously big fans of that service. Now, in comparison to those electric car figures, Geely sold only 2,000 plug-in hybrid vehicles in February. That's an increase of 114% on a year earlier, but as you can see, not very popular in comparison to their electric vehicles. Now, interestingly, Geely and Lifan Technology in China, which it backs, formed the joint venture called the Chongqing Rulan Automotive Technology Company in late January to put more effort into the battery swapping market. Now, the intriguing thing about this is, this comes at a time when CATL is focusing on it, NIO is focusing on it, and a couple of other companies are focusing on it as well. So clearly, it's actually starting to take off. People didn't think this would happen, but it is. Geely said it's going to release multiple different electric cars that are battery swap enabled, adding that it will build a smart battery swap ecosystem based on in-house developed technology to provide competitive products and services similar to what NIO offer. Now, this new battery swapping brand they've created called Rulan sold 1,620 vehicles in February. Geely announced sales for other brands in February in China. Geometry sold 7,705, Lynk & Co. 10,524, and Zeekr, their new electric-only brand, sold 3,000. By the way, the Zeekr 001, one of the coolest electric cars you can buy. I know I've said this lots of times, but check out the video I made about the Zeekr 001. It's very, very, very cool car. Now, Geely's reported sales in January for their electric-only car brand Geometry was 10,230, Lynk & Co. was 18,334, and Zeekr 3,530. On top of that, Volvo delivered 15,071 of their recharge model vehicles. Those included 12,000 plug-in hybrids and 3,127 fully electric models. However, in January of 2021, only 6.6% of Volvo's vehicles sold and delivered were plug-in hybrid or electric. And in January of this year, that figure hit 31%. You can see Geely, as a parent company, are being extremely aggressive with electric cars. They now have about 5 different electric car brands. They're focusing on electric cars. I mean, when I say 5 different ones, that obviously includes Volvo and Polestar. And obviously, Volvo still do sell a lot of internal combustion engine vehicles. But clearly, you can see this transformation within the company, going from 6% to 31% in the space of 12 months. Where are they going to be at by next January? I honestly think Geely is a powerhouse. And this company that I really didn't pay enough attention to over the last 12 months because realistically, they weren't really doing much 12 months ago. 6.6%, not a whole lot. Now things are drastically changing. The company is ramping up its electric car sales. Deliveries are ramping up. Obviously, you can sell as many as you want. You can have hundreds of thousands of pre-orders like a lot of legacy auto have. But the key issue here is actually delivering on them. And because Geely has, most of its factories in China, it's delivering those vehicles. That's the big difference. Very interesting to see. These numbers are, I think a good chance we're going to see Geely hit 1 million electric vehicle deliveries overall from the company by 2024. That's my prediction. That's a big number. I'm sticking with it. Let me know what you think of the company and its future electrified vehicle prospects. Would you consider buying a Volvo electric vehicle, a Polestar electric vehicle? Or my favorite, the Zeekr 001. Let me know which one you like or which one, if you would consider any of those. On that note, thanks for supporting the channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again on the next video. Bye-bye.